Okay, we're going to look at Core Work 6.3.1 and we'll begin with the methods in learning. Let's blow it up to make it easier to see. Okay, so far you've solved linear systems using equal values method, which is usually when both equations are in slope-intercept form, and substitution method, usually when one equation is in slope-intercept and one is in standard form. But what about when both equations are in standard form? The elimination method is a good method of solving linear systems when both equations are in standard form. In the elimination method, the solver multiplies one of the two equations so that it can be added to the other equation, eliminating one of the variables. Okay, you can watch this link if you want to follow it, but let's just show you how to do it. Solve the following system using elimination method. Okay, so A, examine both equations coefficients. So like the first equation has a 3 for x, so I'll put a 3 there, and a 4 for y. And then the second equation, for equation 2, has a 5 for x and a 2 for y. Okay, B, determine which variables coefficients are easier to match. Is it easier to match a 3 to a 5 or a 4 to a 2? I'll say a 4 to a 2 because I can turn that 2 into a 4 by multiplying by 2. But 3 and 5, they don't have any common factors. So here, the 2 and the 4, which go with the y, is easier than x because y's coefficients, which were 4 and 2, are multiples, while x's coefficients, in this case, 3 and 5, are not multiples. Therefore, we will eliminate y. We're going to eliminate y by changing the second equation so that we can cancel the y value with the y value from the first equation. C, determine which equation will be multiplied. Since okay, so we have equation 2 and equation 1. We're going to multiply equation 2 because we need to eliminate the y. So what we're going to do is we're going to cancel it against the 4y there. So since equation 2 has a y coefficient of 2 and equation 1 has a y coefficient of 4, let's put that in the proper location, we will multiply equation 2 by a factor of -2. Now let me be very clear about this. When I multiply all of this stuff here in equation 2 by a factor of -2, that's going to give me -4y. And what that means is that when I add it to this one, the y's will cancel out. That's the strength of it. So we will get a y coefficient of -4. This will make it possible to eliminate y by adding the equations together. Alright, so we're going to multiply the chosen equation. So I said I'm going to multiply by a factor of -2, so it's going to be -2 times, and then I'll write the entire equation here. So the entire equation gets multiplied. It's like the distributive property for an entire equation. So now, what that gets me, let's put all this in red, is -2 times 5x, which is -10x, then -2 times plus 2y, so it's going to be -4y, is equal to -2 times 26, which will be -52. Okay. So next it says to combine the two equations, usually by adding. So we've got this new version of equation 2. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy that. I'm going to paste it here. That's not f. It's just that. And then that's going to be plus the first equation. Okay, so now I'm combining the two equations by adding. So what I get is negative 10x plus 3x is negative 7x. Let's go red again. Okay, but the cool thing about it is that the minus 4y plus the 4y makes just plus 0. And that'll be equal to negative 52 plus 24 will be negative 28. So now I can divide by negative 7 on both sides. And that will get me x is equal to 4. So now I know that x is equal to 4. So I will substitute 4 for x in either equation. So I'll just choose the first one. Right here, take this equation. I'm going to make sure it's red. And I'm going to rewrite it with a 4 in the place of the x. Because I know what the x is and I need to find out what the y is, okay? So now I can multiply. 3 times 4 is 12 plus 4y equals 24. Then I can subtract 12 from both sides. And I get 4y equals 12. And then let's just make sure this is all in one line so it's easy to read. Let's divide by 4 on both sides, and y is equal to 3. So now we got to check in Desmos. We expect it to intersect at 4, 3. We'll open up a Desmos and we'll put in this system. So let's take a look here. We're learning about music right now. Okay. You can do it, Internet. I believe in you. All right, we're launching the calculator. Going back to our little assignment, we need this equation, 3x plus 4y equals 24. And we need this equation. And we see where they intersect is 4, 3. Is that what we got in our solution? We got x equals 4, y equals 3. So the solution is correct. The lines intersect at 4, 3. And we've got it. And that's probably the hardest elimination problem we'll do today. Again, you first have to multiply one of them sometimes to make sure that you can eliminate. And of course, we multiplied this one. Let's be clear about this. We multiplied it by negative 2 so that this would become negative 4y, and we cancel with that one. We had to multiply the entire equation to make it work, but it worked. So that was really useful. Okay, that's it for method.